Now, there's another group back there in the locker room that also has a problem with ethics. Rupert, next slide, please. Michael, Jeremy,
Major Baisden, you sit here in this ring and you have the nerve to question us about our ethics? I'm going to tell you something crystal clear. The reason you think we have no ethics is because we are self-made men. You did not build up Jeremy Wyatt. You did not build up Michael Strider. And you sure to hell didn't build up Ace by God Steel. So you sit here and you spend all of your hard-earned millions of dollars on all your shiny new millennial toys. You got your Royal Bloods, and you got your Dak Drapers, and you got all these cool little guys, but it makes you sick to your stomach when you wake up at night and you realize that not only do these brain-dead idiots recognize enough the heart and the determination that each and every one of us give year after year, but we are not only the foundation of professional wrestling, Major Baisden, we are the foundation of the NWL.
Thank you for coming out, Michael. It's a pleasure to see you. I want to make one thing very crystal clear to you as well. If I didn't want you to be here, you wouldn't be here. So you can take your little self-entitled little attitude here and shove it straight up your overstretched spandex. I acknowledge that you guys have some level of talent. That's why you're in the group. That's why you're on the payroll. That's why you get all the same benefits as everybody else. So I'm not sure why you're out here complaining about something that you get. What's your point?
The point is you did not create us. The point is you should show a little more appreciation for us. You brought us here to give yourself a little credibility, but yet you try to cast us aside for your young bucks, the guys you want to put in TV commercials, the guys you want to give t-shirts to.
We put people in TV commercials that sell products. You don't sell anything, sir. That's your problem.
I don't sell anything, but yet the three of us here, right, are the best three guys on your entire roster. So you can build a fancy TPC. You can provide insurance.
You know what? I'm gonna stop you right there. Thank you for bringing up insurance, because I think you're gonna need a trip to the doctor after these guys are done with you.
Well, here we go. I wasn't really expecting to call the main event, but the main event looks like it's happening right now during a major Baisden PowerPoint, and it looks like the Foundation have to deal with Jack Foster, Gil Rogers, and Anthony Sharkbait Gutierrez right here, right now.
I was in the line trying to get a hot dog, Miller, and I come back here to the main event. I haven't had dinner yet. It's unbelievable. Jack Foster, look at that guy. That guy is a monster.
Well, look, it sounds like Major Basin had enough of the antics, if you will, of the foundation and them doing their typical foundation thing. But we've got our main event here, and there is one of the fastest rising superstars here in the NWL. He's been teaming with Jack Foster a lot lately, and that's Anthony Jackbait Gutierrez.
Certainly on a meteoric rise, and a man who maybe is on a meteoric fall. Gil Rogers.
Come on. Oh, here we go, and we are underway for this six-man tag team affair right here in the Abdallah Shrine Temple in Overland Park. And look at Gil Rogers biting the forehead of Ace Steel, and each man teeing off on the legendary Ace Steel, and now Jackbait kicks him right in the face. Look at this, Anthony Jackbait Gutierrez and all three of them have cleared the foundation from the ring, and we've got a heck of a main event starting off here tonight.
What an unlikely combo it is. A Jack Foster, Jackbait, Gil Rogers. Are they going to be able to coexist? We know that the foundation is all on the same page. What about those three jokers? I don't know. I'm not convinced yet.
Ace Steel is incensed and once back in the ring into the waiting arms of Gil Rogers. I have never seen this kind of intensity from Gil Rogers before. Speaking of intensity, the man that's in the ring right now breathes and sleeps intensity, Ace Steel.
Is that gluten-free intensity? I'm not sure, Miller. Well, if you remember last time we were at the Scottish Rite Temple, Gil Rogers getting a little bit of a fast one pulled over on by the foundation, a little misdirection. Never really could get out of the starting blocks in his match with Ace Steel, so I think he views this as a little bit of a payback.
And there's the gigantic Jack Foster. Look at him towering over Ace Steel. This man is something to behold when you see him live and in person. He's a gigantic man. And here comes Sharp. Oh, spinning back kick. I could feel that in Ace Steel's ribs right there. That's how hard he hit him, man. I mean, this kid is just one of the fastest, most vicious strikers I've seen in pro wrestling.
One of the things about Jackbait is that he is just so quick. He's always looking to throw those strikes. He's not his wrestling has never been his strong suit, although I would say that it is starting to become that. He's a guy who is really dancing with what has brought him so far, and that is striking.
And here comes Michael Strider in the ring, gets met with one of those perfect Gil Rogers drop kicks, and now Strider taking Rogers back into the foundation's corner. And look at Gil Rogers just swinging, trying to fight his way out of it. It could be going for an atomic drop. Michael Strider makes a blind tag to Ace Steel. Ace Steel
just biding his time right there.
Referee Nick Chin did see the tag, but here comes Ace Steel with a vicious clothesline. Almost takes Gil Rogers right out of his boots. And Ace Steel, just such a vicious competitor inside that squared circle.
That's what I was talking about, Miller. Those guys all being on the same page. You don't get that way from not having a common goal and a common way of doing business. These guys all been acquaintances, friends, allies, teammates, even enemies at times over various points in their career. These guys know each other very, very well.
Oh, look at that, just choking him over that second rope.
Blatantly right in front of referee Nick Chin, not caring at all.
That's the kind of man, this is the kind of men the foundation are. They just throw the rule book right out the window, and they don't care as long as they pick up W's. Beautiful suplex, floats over into a cover, only gets a 1 count. But these foundation guys, I mean, they make you look like an angel.
Well, I am an angel. You can ask my mama, and she will tell you that. One thing about Ace Steel that I am so surprised is that, I thought this guy was retired. I thought he was done. We hadn't heard from him for a while, but just goes to show you how tricky the guys in the foundation are. Always laying in the weeds, right? Who knows how many more members these guys actually have.
Nick Chin didn't see the blind tag to Gil Rogers. And now Gil Rogers is getting peppered in the corner with boots and fists by Jeremy Wyatt. Jeremy Wyatt looks incensed tonight too. All 6 of these men look like they have a little extra, little extra something going into this match. I mean, whether you call it hatred, a new venue, whatever you may want to call it, there's something extra special going on in this ring tonight.
Well, we do have our NWL regulars in the audience tonight. We do have a lot of fresh and friendly faces. And yeah, I think these guys are out to make an impression. And, you can't do that by picking up a loss.
Oh, Gil Rogers with the boot right to the top of the head of Michael Strider and jumps off the second rope and now makes a tag into Anthony Sharkbait Gutierrez. I'm just going to call him Sharkbait. It's just quick. Just like Anthony Gutierrez. Now Anthony Gutierrez teeing off on Jeremy Wyatt right now. And there's that jumping knee strike. And then wow, what a Pele kick. Look how quick Anthony Sharkbait is. Neck breaker, nicely executed.
This guy's just like a tornado, flailing arms, legs, knees, everything kind of going every which way.
Shooting star press. Wasn't able to pick up the 3 count as Ace Steel comes in and breaks it. Oh, he just punched Ace Steel right in the face. This Sharkbait kid is unafraid of somebody with a pedigree like Ace Steel. Look at Sharkbait now, hits him off the ropes. Ducks at Jeremy Wyatt, clothesline, and there's the ring savviness of Ace Steel tripping up Sharkbait as Michael Strider comes in with that quick elbow drop, now choking the life out of Sharkbait.
You don't think that these foundation guys are tough? They're taking Anthony Sharkbait Gutierrez's best shots and confusing this young man. This man is a tough young guy. One-on-one, yeah, maybe he beats everybody that he gets in the ring there with. That guy is very, very physically impressive, but you get him in there with some guys like Michael Strider with the black belt in professional wrestling, and Sharkbait looks confused, like a deer in the headlights. He doesn't know what direction these guys are coming at him from.
A hard forearm strike right in the middle of the shoulder blades by Ace Steel. Have you ever looked in Ace Steel's eyes? I mean, Steel is a perfect word for this man. I mean, he will stare right through you. I mean, he's got killer eyes.
Absolutely. This guy is one of the least friendly people you're ever going to want to be around, if you want to be around him at all.
Oh, gosh, hard shot to the midsection. Those shots are echoing off of every corner here. Look at that, right to the ear with those forearms. Oh, just vicious strikes. Ace Steel just trying to fight his way out of it here. Nice hooking clothesline by the man from Chicago. Tagging in Michael Strider here.
These guys definitely have their issues, Michael Strider and Sharkbait. Michael Strider took offense to Sharkbait and all the hype that was coming out around this young man. Some would say it was jealousy. I just think that Sharkbait maybe showed a lack of respect.
Oh, he had him rolled up and now goes into that triangle choke, and Jeremy Wyatt in to break that up. Tag into Jeremy Wyatt. Wyatt in, bouncing off the ropes. Muda-like quickness on these elbow drops. Make that 2 in a row. And now a jumping one for the third time. 1-2.
Here's something that I think is very, very impressive and maybe a little overlooked about the guys in the foundation, right? All 3 of these guys, vets. All 3 of these guys could be a leader of a faction, right? But there is no ego problem with any of these guys. They all seem to be on the same page, commonly unified. There is no I'm in charge, you're my second, you're my third. There's none of that with the foundation, and that just makes them that much more deadly and dangerous.
The crowd firmly behind the team of Sharkbait, Rogers, and Foster. And Rogers and Foster are trying to really rally behind Sharkbait and help him try to get that little extra something to make the tag, because he desperately needs it, especially in there with a ring general, like you were saying, the pedigree of Jeremy Wyatt. Oh, pump thrust kick gets Michael Strider right in the shoulder. Ace Steel wants no part of that dead in the water spin kick.
Well, I wouldn't either. We've seen him put out so many folks with that particular move.
You see Ace Steel trying to grab at the feet. Oh, vicious clothesline with authority. Jeremy Wyatt teaching that young kid something right there with that vicious short arm clothesline.
Every time you see Jeremy Wyatt, he's going to come up with something new. This guy is so fast on his feet, not only physically but mentally as well. He always thinks of a way to end up back on top.
What is he doing? Oh, did you hear that? He just snapped the toes Oh my goodness, what a sickening sound that was. The toes of Shark. Oh, don't do it again.
I'll tell you one of
Oh God, did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. That's uncomfortable. That made me feel a little uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm nauseous. I am nauseous right now. The toes of Anthony Sharkbait just being snapped.
Look, you don't want to wear shoes to the ring. You're going to pay that price. I'm surprised somebody hasn't done that yet. It's taken this long to do that. Oh, look at this. Classic stump puller right there. One of the best submission maneuvers in the game.
Wow, look at that. Almost pulling his knee. He is pulling his knee to his face. And if Anthony Sharkbait wasn't that flexible, he sure as heck is now. Trying to make that, what a painful submission by Ace Steel.
He doesn't quite have it on 100%, doesn't have his body behind him, so he's letting Sharkbait move a little bit, but I think he's just doing that to prove a point. I could tear your hamstring right now if I want to.
Big Bully Busick, a name that doesn't get thrown around that much, used to use that stump puller to great effectiveness in the WWF.
The Big Bully, Nick Busick, one of the strongest men to ever be in the world of professional wrestling. I'm a big fan, and I'm a big fan of his mustache as well.
Hard shots, you can hear, look at that.
But Michael Strider may not be the prettiest fighter, but he comes from that school of give one and take two, or take two to give one.
Oh, spinning back kick. Nicely executed by the veteran Michael Strider. And as you were saying, you have 3 veterans on this team who know exactly what they're doing inside that ring. And now Ace Steel is going to get him some of the pie too. Charging into Sharkbait and drop kicks his face off right in the corner.
This is exactly what the Foundation wanted to do. They wanted to isolate Sharkbait, get him in there where they can confuse him, they can triple team him if they need to. It's a couple of cheap shots. It's working to perfection right now. One thing you don't want to do is you don't want to get that big monster Jack Foster in the ring. That guy is enough to take on all 3 men and maybe everybody in the locker room as well. When that guy gets his ire torn up, man, watch out.
Jack Foster is one of the most fierce competitors here in the NWL, but one of the most feared competitors, I also should say. And now Sharkbait trying to fight his way out of the hold of Ace Steel, and Ace Steel goes low with that shot to the midsection, that knee to the midsection on Anthony Sharkbait.
We don't talk enough about the pedigree of a guy like Jack Foster. Sure, he's big, he's mean, he's
oh, look at those
looking,
crossfaces.
but this is a guy who moves better than any big man. He has a better wrestling pedigree than most big men ever will. This is a guy who knows if Jack Foster was only 5'10", he'd still be dangerous because he's that talented.
What a roll tonight.
Well, I had a couple of days off. I didn't have to be around you. Certainly, it helps a lot.
You should take more days off.
If I could, I would, Miller.
Hitting him right in the face with that hard right hand is Michael Strider. Michael Strider, another one of those ring generals, like you said, takes one, gives 2 of them, and equally as hard. And here's an example of that with those hard knife-edge chops to the chest of Sharkbait.
Another thing that's very impressive about the members of the Foundation, these are guys that some would maybe argue are on the downside of their career, but all 3 of them in better shape than you have seen them in a long, long time. They all know exactly what their strengths and their weaknesses are, something that only comes with experience, only comes with age. Michael Strider is bigger and stronger and in better shape than I've seen him in a decade.
Cross body block nicely executed by Sharkbait. Step up Insecurity takes Michael Strider off his feet. Anthony Sharkbait just desperately needs to make a tag to one of his partners, either Gil Rogers or the monster Jack Foster. And at this point, who's going to make it to their corner first to make that all-important tag?
Michael Strider is right there. He just needs to figure out what direction to turn to make the tag, and he does.
He does to Jeremy Wyatt, and Jack Foster gets tagged in by Sharkbait. And look at the strength on Foster.
The game has changed with big Jack Foster in there now.
Jack Foster, Irish whipping. Oh, look at that. Just elevates him into the lights. That's a long way down from Jack Foster. And he is taking out all 3 members of the Foundation right here, right now.
Look at this guy. Nothing fancy. Just stack them all up and beat them down.
There he does. He has them all stacked up right there.
There's another.
Man, just firing clothesline after
whatever's in his
clothesline.
way, he's hitting.
Double clothesline, takes a steal, and Michael Strider off their feet. Here comes Jeremy Wyatt, gets caught, flips out of that sidewalk slam attempt, and now look at this.
He's got them both.
He could have him up for a double choke slam.
They're fighting out of it. Wyatt's out. Ace is not.
Ace unfortunately gets dumped, and I think that right hand of Jack Foster didn't affect that spear. Almost speared Jeremy
I
Wyatt.
think he's got him right here.
Could have cleaved him in half there too, and Michael Strider makes the save.
Referee Nick Chin needs to get a little bit of order in this contest. I know it's hard to do with a guy like Jack Foster in there.
Banging the drum now with the head of Michael Strider over and over again. Definitely an old school maneuver, but very, very effective.
No wasted motion with a guy like Jack Foster. He comes straight at you over and over again and just pounds you down. Oh, it looks
like Gil Rogers is.
He wants it.
He really wants in the ring against Jeremy Wyatt.
He goes up. This could be it.
A double tag team maneuver here. Sidewalk slam, forearm drop combination.
Right
1, 2, and no. Oh, come on. Ace Steel pulls referee Nick Chin and gets a big boot from Jack Foster. That could have been a 3 count on Jeremy Wyatt after that double team move, and Michael Strider just clotheslines Foster and gets sent hard into that security railing.
Sharkbait back up now.
What is he doing? Keep your eye on Sharkbait here.
He's up and over.
Tope caught. Oh,
they caught him.
They caught him.
This is not good.
They caught a power bomb on the apron. Small of the back, right on the apron. Beautiful knee lift. Action back in the ring. Gil Rogers almost takes the head. What is he going? Could he be going for the Rogers stretch? Will we finally see Gil Rogers in that Rogers stretch?
He might have him here.
Ace Steel hitting the ropes and a missile drop kick.
Shotgun drop kick right to the chest of Gil Rogers.
Oh no, Gil Rogers.
This is
falling into the waiting arms of the Foundation. Power bomb, triple team combination. 1, 2, 3, and the Foundation has beat the team of Rogers, Foster, and Gutierrez.
Foundation looking stronger than ever. These guys are all on the same page. Oh my goodness, who's going to stop these guys? Major Basin, you are in some trouble. You've had some issues with wrestlers in the past, but you've never had an issue with guys like this. These guys are smart, they're crafty, and they're all very, very tough. You're not going to pull one over on these guys. This is the dawning new era, if you ask me. The Foundation is here to stay.
It's hard to argue with the win-loss record of the Foundation. These guys have been on a roll since forming this trifecta, and adding Ace Steel into the mix has seemingly made a difference for the team of Wyatt and Strider, and now Ace Steel. The Foundation reigns supreme here in our main event. What a match on NWL television.
Unbelievable, great to be here in Kansas. Ben Miller, I hope you're back here an awful lot more. I love Overland Park. You know, John Brown, he also loved Kansas. He loved it so much that he murdered a bunch of people.
And on that note, another Kansas City fact number 2. We gotta go. We'll see you next time here on the NWL.
How's it going, everybody? Blaine Meeks here, Captain KC, Super Meeks, and if you want to see more bam, wham, and pow action, and of course, let's not forget my super high crossbody, kindly, please do me a favor and click that subscribe button right here.